Okay, so big thing after, especially after Backlash, I seen people talk about is about Jey Uso. I seen somebody talk about why isn't he why don't they have the championship? Why or any? I was like they may. I feel like they're talking about like the main championship, but let's just talk about championships in general. Um, I seen this be a thing, especially like now that's like his name is Main Event Jey Uso, and he has been in championship matches. I think I want to say at least two, two or three for I think the main titles, and one for the Intercontinental Championship. Now I was like, I think he's pretty much lost. He's lost clean to Seth. Um, I was like, I mean, yeah, he's had the tag team champions, but I don't care about talking about that. He lost clean to Seth. Um, I was like, he lost clean the well, not clean, but he lost to Damian Priest. And he lost clean to well, no, he didn't. I was like, he got screwed with the Gunther match. So I was like, not real. I was like, and I was like, never mind. He was with Roman, and I was like, that one wasn't also clean. Um, so he done been in some championship matches. Now, one, why is he not champion yet? I was like, because it's really not time. I was like, the main titles have been hogged for over a year. Cody just got hit and Damian just got hit. He's not about to win off of them. Um, I was like, if he was on SmackDown, I think they totally would probably have Logan lose to Jey Uso. Raw, they're doing the whole thing with Sammy and Chad right now, so he's not going to be involved in that, which I'll get to that actually later. But you know, I was like, I do think that there's something that he has to get better on, but I don't think that should stop you necessarily from getting a championship. Like if you think about it, he's really kind of LA Knight right now. I was like, he's way more over than LA Knight. Even when LA Knight was, I was like, just because I'm like, LA Knight I was like, his longevity is like it's still there and the crowd still loves him, but it's not at all what Jey Uso's is. And considering that, I was like, he got the song that LA Knight doesn't have, but he had the catchphrase. I was like, he got a whole thing for the audience to do. I was like, he could dance. His stuff got a bop to it, so I was like, it works. Um, I was like, it's not that he has a because I seen somebody say like his moves he got a limited moveset. I don't think it's necessarily like that. I think it's really he got so many kicks that I don't think it's that because to be honest he's improved and he's added more stuff to his arsenal. From like the smacking where he does like the thing that emulates the Rock. I would like the spear. Um, I was like, there's stuff that he has added to it, but I do get that a large portion of that is. But I was like, you can say that with a couple other wrestlers as well too. So I think it's just so much of the kicks and everybody, and that's just like overused where like nobody said anything about Finn Balor doing the sling blade and doing like the double the jump kick, not the jump kick, but the stomps and stuff. Um, nobody cared. I was like, people have a problem with doing the many kicks, but nobody had cared about Gunther doing the chops. I was like, but the chops are impactful and things like that. So that's why I said it's just sometimes I was like, it's just sort of being picky on that. I think his mic skills could be improved because I was like, I think when he has to go out there and just cut a promo, I think he struggles with that. But I think he does really good in group interactions and feeding off of bouncing off somebody else. Um, but he should. I was like, but mid card title, yes. I was like, world championship remains to be seen. And I'm not saying that he's not going to get one. I think he's going to get one. I'm saying that it remains to be seen on when that will necessarily happen. Just because I was like, there's Drew, possibly CM Punk, Gunther, is going to be up there at some point. Um, so I was like, at least being on Raw, that I'm like, and I was like, depending on how they want to move the title, we'll see how that goes. Uh, yeah. But uh, I will say that I was like, and I heard somebody talking about this. I think Stephen Lawrence on Going in Raw podcast is a really good podcast. Check it out. But they were talking about when I had a thought about this and I was like listening to them, but they went ahead and said it. So I was like, I'm gonna give them credit where the credit is due. Is I was like, he's probably going to beat Sammy for the championship because they're cool and whatnot. That after all this stuff with Chad is gone, because I was like, look, they might give it to Chad. They might have it bounce between Chad and Sammy, maybe that too, or whatever. But to me, I was like, if you want to solidify Chad as actually being like worth a damn, because I was like, once if he doesn't lose it, I don't know what you do from there. But Sammy Jey is a storyline because they've been something ever since the bloodline. So to have that all carried here and to have basically Sam being like, yo, you my bro, you my mans, you know what? I don't mind fighting against you because I know you deserve a shot. You know how Sammy's going to do. And Jay's going to be all happy with it. And you basically have Jey beat Sammy. I was like, look, everybody would love the match. Everybody gonna love the fact that it's like we could sing both people's songs. Everybody loves both people, and the storylines in and of itself. Especially because Sammy also been having this sort of little thing going where even though we're cool or we're friends or whatever like that, you've seen his competitive juices sort of also be at the point too where it's like you gotta be a little bit of an a-hole. Um, so it wouldn't also shock me that in this, I don't think Sammy turns heel or nothing like that, but it gets really tense versus them two in matches and stuff like that, where I can sort of see like people might boo a bit of Sammy, but not boo him. Um, but to me, that's to me that's the best case in point of him being the champion. And also, but the answer to the larger question is of does he need a championship to also be main event Jey Uso? I want to the reason I say yes is because he also been he hadn't been a loser. Like he's not JD Madonna. He's not that. But he has been losing or a loser for that being your title. But I can also see the title being main event Jey Uso, where it's like whatever I do is the main event, with or without the title. I'm always center the room, start the show, all eyes on me, all that type of stuff. So that's how I also see it. I will also say that he hasn't really been this for even a year yet. SummerSlam will be his year because I was like, yes, he's been called main event Jey Uso since Roman threw that at him. But you think about it, he hadn't really been that since really the start. Which to me is at SummerSlam when he had a chance for the main title. I was like, yes, he had single titles. Single matches before, or with Roman if you want to count those. But that wasn't really the point of that story. Whereas like now, him on his own trying to be a single competitor, get his own championship. He's only been doing this a year, and I could also see. I don't think they would do it, but I could also see them doing a storyline where he keep getting called main event Jey Uso. The crowd loves him. Everybody yeeting and whatnot, and he just keep coming up short. He keep coming up short, and his storyline is that he's trying to be main event Jey Uso, and that's really the whole. That's what the whole story is. That's what the whole fight is. Is that he got this name and he's coming up short to live up to it, and that's where when he finally wins, he is main event Jey Uso. I was like, I don't know if that's a story they're telling. That's a story they could also be telling without actually bluntly telling us. But I could think, but I'm like, that could also be the story too. Is that maybe like at SummerSlam, that's when he wins his first championship, and that's the whole coronation thing. Is where it's like it started here, and he won here. Also, too, we also like they talking about like The Rock and them coming back too during that time too. That also built to it. But anyway, I was like, I don't. I was like, does he need a title? No, right now. I don't think he needs a title right now. By the end of the year, yes. And I think I was like, what you don't want to do is like, this is cool. I don't. I was like, but things like this is always really weird. Of like, I think people still be yeeting, and everybody was, but how everybody got the lights and everybody doing the. We'll see. We'll see. Cause I was like, to me that stuff always got shelf life when you're not delivering on it, and that's sort of what you got to do in this situation at some point. But anyway, what do you think? Does he need a title? Or just be winning? Or was like, is he living up to a name? All this other stuff. Tell me what you all think about. But anyway, yeah, we'll see how this goes. He's in the King of the Ring. He put in a lot of prominent spots, so that's why he is main event Jey Uso. But he's not winning the King of the Ring. No, maybe. Anyway, till then, we'll see.